Welcome back, guys, to another episode. Today, I'm going to be talking about my favorite designer of all times. Not my favorite designer fragrance house, but my favorite designer. Because I believe, in my opinion, the fragrances in this house are definitely more niche quality. So stay tuned if you want to find out what those are. Cue that intro. Welcome back, fragrance family, to another episode of My Two Cents, the show all about boosting your confidence through the art of fragrance and becoming a lasting scent memory. My name is Brian, and I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel. It means so very much to me. I'm so blessed to be part of your fragrance family, and I hope you guys are doing freaking fantastic this weekend. If you're new to this channel, or you've been watching me for a little while now and haven't subscribed yet, well, then what the hell are you doing? Costs you absolutely nothing. It's completely free, so all you got to do, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm posting new content. Throw me up one of these and drop me some comments down below. Let me know what your scent of the day is, and let me know if there's any of these fragrances in this video today you'd like me to do a full review on. So let's get into it. So the house that we're going to be talking about is none other than the house of Thomas Carlyle Ford, also known as Tom Ford. Fun fact, his middle name is Carlyle. He's got 3 first names. So Tom Ford has been in the industry for a very long time. Started out with Gucci back in the 90s. In fact, he helped them get out of bankruptcy and helped them double their margins and their profits in the time that he was there. And then he moved on to Yves Saint Laurent. He took both brands in such a different direction. He created such sexy and appealing and kind of controversial campaign ads for both companies. And then in the year of 2003, I believe, he started his own brand, Tom Ford. His first fragrance was Black Orchid, which I absolutely love Black Orchid. It's one of my favorite fragrances of the house. I know it's supposed to be for you ladies, but I wear it. I think it's incredible. As long as you have the right amount of confidence, you can wear whatever fragrance you like. He has put out so many iconic fragrances. And so today I want to go over my top 5 Tom Ford fragrances that I think you need to get your nose on, especially because a lot of these are discontinued and you can still find them at reasonable prices. Well, reasonable, they're still expensive, but they're definitely worth a whiff and sniff and worth at least getting samples of if you can find them. And I'll leave in the description down below where you can get decants of all of these. So this is going to be a ranked list. So without further ado, let's get into these amazing whiffs and sniffs. Okay, before I hop into my top 5, I do have 3 honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is going to be Costa Azula. Now this is an older batch. This is a 2016. Amazing woody aquatic. Lots of wood up front, aquaticness of the fragrance. It's beautiful. The reason it didn't make the list is because I don't have the new 2021 batch that's now in the signature line. I've tested it and I get better performance on my skin. So I do love this. It is discontinued. Well, this version is, but you can get the new version for a 50 ml, 134 bucks retail, or 100 ml for $184. So Costa Azula. This one totally should have made it. But this is probably around my number 6 or 7 in the line, and that is Beau Jour. Released last year. Actually, it was released a while back on the private line, and now it is on the signature line. Amazing fougere, amazing lavender, citruses, woods. It's beautiful, beautiful. And fougere d'argent would also be in my top 10, but not in my top 5. Definitely, if you like fougeres, barbershop style, this is definitely a modern take on a classic fragrance. I myself get better performance out of this one than I did the original. And my last honorable mention is going to be Ombre Leather. Now, Ombre Leather came out in 2016 on the private line and was actually just like a special release. Well, they repackaged it, put it on the signature line, And boom, you got Tom Ford Ombre Leather. I never got the opportunity to try the 2016 batch. I would love to if I could find a bottle that people aren't just trying to gouge my eyes out with. But great leather fragrance with a soft berry note to it. It smells like beautiful, supple, brand new car leather. For a leather fragrance, women love this. Love it. Can be worn casually, can be more of a special occasion, date night. It's very versatile. And you can wear it all year round, and the performance is pretty damn good. I get about 8 hours out of it. So, Ombre Leather. Okay, now into the fragrances. Number 5 is going to be Oud Wood. This gets tons of hype, and it's well deserved. This is an incredible, incredible, confident, sexy beast of a fragrance. Longevity on this is not superb, but while it's on you, you will get notice. You'll get compliments. In fact, this is probably one of my top complimented fragrances from the house. The oud in it, some say is synthetic. I do get a very nice, soft, sweet oud in it, but the woods are done so magically. It's kind of clean up top, and it's just blended extremely well. If you don't have the money for this, you can always go with Versace Oud Noir, which is also, it smells a lot like Oud Wood, but kind of goes in a different direction, and I like Oud Wood better. It just smells a lot more natural. Women love this fragrance. You will love this fragrance. Definitely get your nose on it. Find yourself a decant, because this is one that has not been discontinued yet. So if you can find it for the right price, check it out. Number 4, Tobacco Oud. Whew, man. This makes me feel like a badass. The tobacco in it reminds me of an ashtray, but in the best sort of way. The oud in it, again, some say synthetic. If it's natural, it's a very low amount of naturals, but even if it's synthetic, it smells really good. This is just badassery in a bottle. It has been discontinued, but on the bright side, they're saying it's going to be coming out on his signature line. So that means, hopefully, you'll get almost the same juice for about $100 less. And now these are going about $350 online for 50 ml. But if you can find it, that $250 mark, pick it up. I got this one because it got discontinued, and I wanted it in this bottle. It's tobacco oud, the right amount of spices. It's just an incredible fragrance. So if you can, get your hands on this badass, tobacco oud. Coming in at the number 3 spot, Tom Ford, Noir De Noir. I mean, great atomizers. It's a chocolatey, soft, powdery, beautiful rose fragrance. It leans masculine and feminine, 100% unisex. This is perfect for fall and winter and date nights, but if you just put on one spray, it's actually good in the springtime and the summer too. It's not really great in the high heat, but man, if you are trying to get into rose fragrances, or you're trying to get into any kind of floral fragrances, I would recommend Noir De Noir. It's beautiful. It almost leans like a rose gourmand in a sense. I just think it's magical, and I will be doing a full review on this very soon because I've been asked to, and oh my god, beautiful. And it's also, I believe, been discontinued, but again, that could all be hearsay. I don't believe you can get this on the Tom Ford website anymore, but if you can find yourself a bottle, Noir De Noir. When I heard this one was being discontinued, I almost cried. It's Plum Japanese. Oh my god. I love plums, first of all. They're one of my favorite fruits, mango being my number 1. I would say plum's probably my 2nd or 3rd favorite. But this, incense, oud, plum. It's beautiful. It's spicy. It's a complete oriental, almost, again, leaning gourmand fragrance. But it's an oriental spicy. The plum note in it is this just succulent, peeled plum. So it's just the raw insides of the plum and all the spices that come along with it, and just that little touch of oud and incense and all the other notes just make this whirlwind fragrance. It takes me on a walk through a spice market through Asia. I think this is gorgeous. For cooler summer, spring nights, fall, winter, banger, date night, 1000%. If you can't get this because people are marking it up way too high, you can always go with Alexandria Fragrances Forbidden Plum. It is almost spot on. I'll also be doing a review on my line of Alexandria fragrances very soon. But if you can find this, do not pay like $350, $400 for it. If you can find it at retail, pick it up. Plum Japanese. So the last one, my number one. This is not only my number one Tom Ford fragrance. This is my number one fragrance I'll never go without. This is my number one fragrance of all time. It's really what got me into getting into niche fragrances. It's a masterpiece. And some people might not agree with me, but that's okay, because that's what I love about fragrances and the olfactory experience. Number one is Tobacco Vanille. Yeah, Tobacco Vanille. This is the longest lasting fragrance that I have from the Tom Ford line. This is beast mode. 1-2 sprays, that will get you through till the next day, if not longer. Tobacco, vanilla, spicy. I mean, leans gourmand. It is one of my favorite tobacco fragrances. It is one of my favorite vanilla fragrances. Completely unisex. It reminds me of sweet tobacco and vanilla ice cream. I know that sounds crazy, but I know a lot of us associate cigarettes with tobacco, but tobacco is really just a beautiful fragrance. And I think the way that this was blended, the way that the notes correlate together and just swirl around each other, it's enthralling. I love wearing it. And I don't know if you can see, I mean, I've worn this a lot. You can't see it at all. But I have worn over half this bottle, so I'm running low. And this is like my third bottle. And I got this for a really good price. That's the reason I got the 30 ml. Tobacco Vanille. Complete masterpiece. If you can find it, get it. It is not discontinued. It is still on his website. It's still at my Sephora. And that's probably where I'm going to be going to get 100 ml. Yeah, I know it's going to be expensive, but it is what it is, because I'm never going to live without this fragrance. Tobacco Vanille. Alright guys, so that is my top 5 from the house of Tom Ford. I love the house. I don't have a single Tom Ford fragrance I don't enjoy. Some of them have lackluster performance, but it is what it is. You're not always going to get great performance out of a fragrance. And I will be going over the ones that kind of lack performance in the line very soon. But if there are any of these fragrances that you'd love for me to do full reviews on, including my honorable mentions, just let me know. Drop me a comment down below. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, you're stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.